Welcome back, YouTube. Thanks for coming and checking out Fat Guy Builds once again. Now we have an oil change to do on my 2020 Explorer ST. It hit 1,000 miles. So the very first 1,000 miles, I like to get the oil out and put in some nice stuff. So we got a Wix filter and some Amsoil Z-Rod. Underneath this cover is going to be the oil drain. To get this cover off, we have a few clips, so I'm going to go around and show you what clips you need to remove and what screws. So you have round clip, 7mm, square clip, 7mm, round clip, and then it's the same on the other side, 7mm, square clip, 7mm, round clip. They did a pretty cool design for those 4 clips, the 2 square ones and the 2 round ones. They stay in the piece of fabric thing. They don't come out. Or, I mean, obviously you can take them out, but just leave them in. This yellow plug here is the oil drain. So we're going to take this out. Ford, sometimes your engineers are mentally retarded. Now, this thing, for all of you that are going to the Jiffy Lubes and stuff, they're going to charge you a bunch because they're going to break this every damn time because obviously they're not the smartest people in the world, right? So what I had to do was hold this pressure with one hand, lefty-loosey, and then use a small screwdriver and then give it a little pry so that this lip, okay, there's a notch here. I don't know if you can see it. See, it's hitting there, a hook. So there's a notch there and a notch up here. And that locks in. When you tighten it, it goes click and locks it. Well, this shit is plastic and it's going to break. So if you don't have some sort of easy out type permanent drain plug, this is going to break. Just period. So Ford, stop it. Stop it. So now we're going to unscrew it the rest of the way. Oh, I made a mess on my brand new everything. Anyways, drain it. Let it stop dripping. And then we'll work on putting the plug back. Once it's done dripping or dripping very little like this, you're gonna wiggle it on. And then you'll feel it catch. And then you're going to rotate this until it clicks. Now that we have the drain plug back in, replace this cover and let's move up top to do the oil filter. To get the filter housing off, the only socket that I have that will fit is a 1 1/16 socket. Deep. The deep just helps your ratchet clear a bunch of the hoses and crap. But realistically, this is a tad loose. So what you really want is a 26mm deep socket. But I don't have that. As you can see, the deep socket allows you to clear all this junk. So if you had a short socket, you wouldn't be able to get the motion in to undo it. So just use a deep one. I guess you could use a short one with an extension, a short extension. But you don't have that much room because this is directly below this. Once you remove it, get all the residue and junk out of the housing. Take a look at the filter, see if you see any craziness. And then once this is cleaned off, we can move on to the next set of steps. Take a non-shedding clean rag or a t-shirt and clean out the interior of this. Don't spray anything in there because obviously it goes straight in the crankcase. The filter I am using, and the only one of 2 filters on the planet that I'll use, this is the Wix WL10050. The other one I'll use is the Amsoil branded filter. But I tested this versus that. Didn't notice in the oil reports that it was any better or worse, and this one's a couple bucks cheaper, and so I'm going with Wix. When you're putting the filter in, all you're going to do is center the filter on the nub on the bottom, and you'll feel it get seated. The new filter should come with 3 brand new O-rings. So you're going to take a little screwdriver and pull those 2 and this O-ring off. The 2 big O-rings were pretty easy. You just put them over and then slide them down, and they'll both snap into the spot they go. Man, this top thick little one, it's giving me a headache. I put a little bit of oil on the end on that, and I think I'm just going to have to keep messing with it till it goes on. Wow, this is retarded too. Come on, Ford. So I use some needle nose to open it, and then I use the needle nose and put it inside of the cross pattern to hold it. Then I use this tiny little screwdriver to get it into the groove, and now I'm going to just push down on the other side. I use some new oil, rubbed it on all the O-rings so that I don't rip them as I'm screwing this back on. To make sure you don't damage anything, put it in by hand as far as you can go, and then put the ratchet on, because if you have it cross-threaded or something, obviously with the ratchet you're going to screw everything up. So if you can do it by hand 50% of the way or more, then when you put the ratchet on, you know no damage is going to occur. When you're using the ratchet, don't worry about torquing it. Just go till it stops and give it a little tug, but don't go crazy because it's plastic and it will break. The fill plug is here. The dipstick is this yellow one. So just pull the dipstick so air can go in, and then counterclockwise this plug come out. This is the oil I'm using, and I can't wait to see the comments with the oil Nazis. Oh my god, it's 5:30, not 10:30. You're gonna kill your car. Brr. Shut up. Oh my god, you're using high zinc oil. You're gonna kill the catalytic converters. Just shut up. Like, the Focus, 140,000, 145,000 miles. Everything's fine. The Mustang, what am I at now? 60,000 miles. Everything's fine. Just shut up. You just want to act like you know something on the internet. Anyways, you're going to need 6 quarts of oil and a funnel. If you would like some Amsoil, I'll have a link below with my number, and you can order number at I believe a small discounted rate if you use my number. After putting all 6 quarts in and running it, it is dead center between the 2 lines and in the middle of the hash marks. Once the oil's in, level is checked, and everything's good, you're done with this project. So I'd like to thank everyone for checking out my YouTube channel. Links and stuff are going to be below for whatever you need. And till next time, wrench on.